Hey guys, I'm Ross, your mattress expert from RealMattressReviews.com. Today I'm here to finish up for you our review of the Kaya Hybrid Mattress from KayaSleep.com. So we spent about 2 weeks on the Kaya, so we've got a ton of great information to share with you guys today. We're going to dive into how this is constructed. We'll talk about how it performed for us during our sleep trial. We'll do some performance testing for you guys. And then ultimately I'll talk about who I think might be a good fit for the Kaya mattress. First of all, we'll get started by talking about how this is constructed. Next up, we're going to look at the construction. So it starts off with a thermal gel cover. So this is infused with thermal gel, and that is designed to sleep cool and regulate body temperature. And because this has a removable cover, I chose to open it up and show you guys the inside of the mattress. So the cover is removable and washable. I had to cut the fire sock here to show you guys the inside. But it starts off with 1-inch layer of what they call responsive foam. So this has a very fast response time. Good pressure relief as well on the very top. It's got a nice soft feel. So it's really responsive here, so you're going to have less of a stuck feeling than if this memory foam layer were on top. But here you have a 4-pound memory foam layer. It's 2 inches. It's a good high quality memory foam. 4 pounds or more generally is a good quality memory foam. If I push down, you can see the response time of the memory foam is obviously going to be a little bit slower. So that's why they put the 1-inch responsive foam on top. So you still get the benefits of memory foam, but less of a stuck feeling having that responsive layer up there. And then you have a 1-inch transitional polyfoam layer. That will kind of ease you into the coils and add more deep support. And then here you have a 6-inch quantum edge-to-edge coil unit. So these outside coils are narrower, but they're stronger, so it provides good edge support. The coils on the inside are going to be a little bit wider and a little more forgiving for pressure relief. And then on the bottom you have another 1-inch just base foam layer that's going to help provide a strong base when you're setting it on a platform bed or your box spring or whatever. So overall it uses good materials. This is one of my favorite coil systems that you can get in a bed-in-a-box option. It's very durable, provides good edge support, and it's still usable on an adjustable base. So there's a lot of benefits to having this good coil unit in there, and they're very durable as well. So I'll go ahead and get this zip back up, and then we'll talk about how the mattress feels. Alright everyone, we'll switch gears a little bit here. I'm going to simply lay down on the mattress and just kind of talk about what I'm experiencing and what we experienced a little bit in our sleep trial. So immediately when you lay down, you feel that responsive layer react, and then you sink into that memory foam layer. Memory foam is known for having good pressure relief, so once you lay down and kind of sink in, you can feel that pressure relief, and you feel very supported with the coil system and that transitional layer underneath that. So I would give this about a 6.5 out of 10, with 10 being the firmest. So it is, I would say, a little bit on the firmer side of medium, but it is still a medium feel that should appeal to most of you, and you combination sleepers that do like to change it up. And it's definitely firm enough for back and stomach sleeping too. But here on my side, I sleep on my side a lot. Me at 200 pounds, I have enough sinkage and contouring here in my hip and my shoulder where I don't feel a lot of pressure pushing back up. The memory foam is going to be good for that pressure relief. So for me in this position, it worked really good, and it works excellent on back and stomach. Here on my back, I feel really supported here in my lower back lumbar area, and even on my elbows and everything, you feel good pressure relief on your pressure points. Now for a lighter sleeper, 115, 120 pounds like Kayla, this worked good for her in all 3 positions. However, she prefers something a little bit softer when she's side sleeping. But for me, at 200 pounds, it works really good in all 3 positions, firmness-wise. And it should appeal and work well for most of you out there that are sleeping in all 3 positions. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. But if you are looking for something really soft, this isn't really soft. Like I said, it's more on the medium, but on the firmer side of medium. And another sensation that you have when you lay here is more of a floating feeling. So it has memory foam, but that 1-inch responsive layer on the top keeps you from kind of feeling like you're having that sinking feeling, and you don't feel stuck at all either. So it really gives you a good balance between bounce, responsiveness, and pressure relief. So I really do like the feel of it. You get some body contouring, but it's not overwhelming. Like if it were all memory foam, you'd have more sinkage and more body hug. So therefore, I think also having a little bit more of a sleeping on top of the mattress feel, it will sleep cooler for sure too. And then I also like having some separation between my body and a memory foam layer, because even with gel infused or copper infused or all the other types of cooling memory foams, I still feel like they can trap heat a little bit more than other foams. So I do like having that responsive layer in between. Gives you a little bit of separation, and I think helps the mattress sleep a little bit cooler too. So the overall feel of it is really nice. You're going to need to be somebody that, you know, definitely is looking for that medium to medium firm feel versus a really soft feel. Another thing I really like is the fact that this uses the high quality components, that quantum edge-to-edge coil unit that I really like. It's one of the best coil units you can get, as well as good quality foams. But it's not 14, 15 inches thick. Generally, you'll hear me talk about the fact that I really like that these mattresses are coming out and being more substantial. This is 11 inches thick. So what I do like about that is if you're somebody that is seeking that quality that you can get with some of those thicker mattresses I talk about, you're getting that type of quality, but not everybody likes a mattress that thick. You know, some people just don't want the height. They have maybe a high bed frame or a low headboard. So a really thick mattress sometimes can dwarf some headboards. Obviously mine's really tall, so that's not a problem for me. But you know, some people are also worried about sheets fitting on their mattress. So you're still getting those high quality components, but it's not overly thick. So I really do like that aspect of the Kaya. And this is built really well, so you're not gonna have to worry about it bottoming out or anything like that. So this is, you know, an option that's gonna work for all body weights too. So next up, we're gonna take a look at some performance testing on the Kaya, and then we'll finally talk about who I think might wanna consider buying it. Alright everyone, next up we're going to do some performance testing for you. We'll talk about foam response, we'll take a look at edge support, motion transfer, and ease of repositioning. So first up, we'll just take a look at the foam response. We did this a little bit during the construction section, but I'll just push down on the foams again, give you guys another sense of how fast everything responds. So the pocketed coil unit will be very quick, obviously. The transitional 1-inch layer there. The memory foam 2-inch layer is going to be the slowest. The top responsive layer is very responsive, as you can see. It pops up immediately. Memory foam layer is going to take a little bit longer. But having that responsive layer on the top definitely still makes it easy to roll and adjust positions without kind of feeling like you're getting that stuck feeling. So pretty good with that. It's a good balance between pressure relief with the memory foam and the responsive layer. So it performs pretty good with foam response, and then having that pocketed coil unit in there also assists with adjusting positions, that kind of thing. So next up, we'll take a look at motion transfer. I'll put the bottle over there. First we'll do it with the weight. So you can see very little movement. I'll kind of plop down as if I was getting into bed. If I bounce a little bit, so as you can see, very little motion transfer. If I go to adjust positions, so as you can see, if you're used to, you know, kind of an old school traditional innerspring mattress that doesn't use individually wrapped coils, this is going to be a drastic improvement for you for not feeling your partner move around nearly as much. Next up, we'll take a look at bounce. I'll drop the weight. This will give you a sense of the bounce. So as you can see, it's going to bounce up a little bit. If this were all memory foam on top, it would have a little bit more of a thud, but having the coil system, it would still have a little bounce, maybe like this. But having that responsive layer adds a good amount of bounce. So it's kind of right in the middle. It's a really good balance for bounce and pressure relief. Responsive layer on top of that memory foam. So what this is going to do is make it really easy to adjust position. So if this were all memory foam, it would definitely be a lot more sinkage. So if I roll, the foam behind me would take a lot longer to pop up. And then sometimes you feel like you're kind of falling back into the hole when you're trying to roll. But you're not going to experience that at all on this. It's real easy to move. So the responsive layer and the pocketed coils really help with that. If this were all foam and all memory foam on top, it would be a lot harder to roll and adjust positions. So if you're somebody that does have trouble adjusting positions, you won't have to worry about that. So next up we'll look at edge support. As I mentioned, that quantum coil is very good with edge support. On the very edge here in the seated position, you'll see the top comfort layers are sinking in, which you would expect. But as soon as my leg hits that pocketed coil unit and transitional foam layer, it's very supportive. So if you are doing activities sitting on the edge of the bed, putting on socks, shoes, that kind of thing, it has good support for that. As I always say, I'm more concerned about edge support with laying down close to the edge. So I'll do a couple things here. Even on the very extreme edge, I still feel like my body is straight. I'll be a little more realistic though, give myself a couple inches where I would actually lay in this queen if there were two of us in it. So in this position, I have no roll out of the bed feeling whatsoever. So the Kaya performs really well in all these performance areas that are important in your mattress. So really good edge support, easy to move around on. It's a good combination of bounce and pressure relief. Good foam response. So overall it performs really nice in all those areas that are important. So one other area I want to touch on before we talk about who I think might want to consider the Kaya is temperature regulation and some of the things they've done to help this mattress sleep cool and some of the things that I personally think help. So one of the first things is you have the thermal gel cover, so this is cool to the touch. It also allows good airflow. One of the most important things I think personally helps a lot with temperature regulation is having separation from memory foam if you have memory foam in the mattress. So generally, you know, gel infused, graphite or copper infused will sleep cooler than your traditional memory foam. I still think that sometimes they can trap heat a little bit more than a performance foam, a poly foam, or a latex foam, that kind of thing. So I really think having that 1-inch responsive layer between your body and the memory foam layer definitely helps the mattress sleep a little bit cooler. And additionally, you don't have a ton of sinkage, therefore more of your body is exposed to the air. So this is a good firmness level if you're seeking pressure relief, body conformance, but not an overwhelming amount, so you still sleep cool on the mattress. Additionally, the pocketed coil unit is going to allow airflow a lot better than if this used a foam core. So in our sleep trial, this really did perform really well with temperature. We didn't experience any overheating. So overall, in our sleep trial, this performed really well with temperature regulation. Alright, so last but not least, who should consider trying the Kaya hybrid mattress? So I've touched on this a few different times throughout the review, certain aspects that certain people might like, but ultimately you need to be somebody looking for a hybrid, obviously. Although this has a really great feel and a good combination of a foam feel paired with a hybrid, if you are a straight up foam lover, you might not be transformed into a hybrid lover by switching to the Kaya. So first of all, you need to be looking for a hybrid. Second of all, firmness level is important. So this is a medium that will work for pretty much all combination sleepers and weights. However, I think it is definitely on the firmer side of medium. So you need to be somebody that's not looking for something that's super soft. As I mentioned, I think it's about a 6.5 out of 10, with 10 being the firmest. So for me, it worked really good at 200 pounds. I'm able to sink in a little bit more. Kayla at 115 pounds worked good for her, except for she prefers something a little bit softer for side sleeping. So ultimately, if you're looking for that medium to medium firm feel, this is a great option for that. So next, if you're somebody that sleeps very hot, this performed really well with temperature regulation. The transitional layer, the pocketed coil, the cooling cover all really help the mattress sleep cool. You don't have a ton of sinkage, so more of your body's exposed to the air. So it performed really well in that area. And next, if you are someone seeking all of the good high quality components that you'll find in some of the higher end hybrid mattresses that I've reviewed in the past, but you just don't want quite as thick of a mattress, some of them are 14 to 15 inches thick. If you are seeking that type of quality but not quite that thickness, some people are worried about their sheets fitting and that kind of thing, And as I mentioned, some people don't want to dwarf their headboard, or their bed frame sits really high to begin with. So this could be a really good option for those of you seeking that type of quality but not quite the thickness. So you get all the same type of quality, all the quality components, but not a super thick mattress. So a lot of people might like that aspect of the Kaya. Ultimately, the overall feel of the mattress is very nice. It's more of a sleeping on top of the mattress feel versus more of a sinkage, more body hug. So I really like that. It's a lot easier to adjust positions on, etc. So ultimately, the overall quality of the Kaya is very good. It performed really well in our sleep trial and in all the performance testing. So this, I think, is a really good option to consider. The biggest thing is you just need to be seeking this type of firmness level and seeking a hybrid. But the overall price comes in at $995, so it's a very competitive price, under $1,000, still having all those high-end components. A couple other things to note is the mattress has a 20-year warranty and has a 120-night sleep trial. And as I mentioned, $995, the queens come in after our coupons applied, which you can find at realmattressreviews.com. So it is a very competitive price. It's built really well and performs well in all the areas we have tested. If you're not quite sure this is the right one for you, head back to realmattressreviews.com. On the right hand side of the screen, you'll see a tab that says Mattress Concierge. Fill that out. Maybe you're starting from scratch or you're stuck between one or two options. Fill that out, send me some information about yourselves, and I'll send over some suggestions that I think might work great for you guys. I really appreciate watching this video. I hope you have a great day. Thank you.